Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. If you guys missed that first temperature question, make sure you pay attention to the following 4 questions. The first one says the temperature at 1 was 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Between 1 and 2, the temperature dropped 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Between 2 and 3, the temperature rose 3 degrees Fahrenheit. What is the temperature at 3? So remember, first thing we're going to do is underline our question. What is the temperature at 3? Now we have our numbers. We start off at 10, 15, and 3. Those are our degrees in Fahrenheit. Now here we have some keywords: dropped and rose. So over here on the side, I'm going to go ahead and rewrite my numbers. 10 right here is going to be positive because that's what I'm starting off with. 15 is negative because that's how much it dropped. And then finally, it rose 3 degrees. So when it rises, that's going to be our positive number. Now, all we need to do is combine our positives and find the difference from the negative. Remember, when we're finding the difference, we're looking for the distance between them. It helps if you draw a number line, and don't forget our subtraction and addition rules. Same sign add, different sign subtract. You keep the sign for the bigger number. Let's move on to number 2. The temperature was 3 degrees Celsius on Monday and was 7.5 degrees lower the next day. What was the temperature on Tuesday? So here we have our numbers: 3, 7.5, and it's asking for the temperature on Tuesday. Another keyword right here is lower. So we start at 3. That one is positive. The 7.5 was lowered. So that is our negative number since it went down 7.5. Now we're going to do the same thing that we did in the last problem. Remember, same sign add, different sign subtract. You put them in absolute order. So the bigger number on top, smaller one at the bottom, subtract, and then you keep the sign for the bigger number. Number 3, a submarine was located 200 feet below sea level. If it ascends 55 feet, then drops 87 feet, then which integer represents the new position of the submarine? Underline which integer represents the new position of the submarine and our numbers. We're at 200, 55, and 87. Now let's look for some keywords. Over here, it starts at 200 feet below sea level. So that starts at a negative 200. It ascends 55, so it's going up 55 feet, then drops 87. So we do the same thing. We have our negatives. We're going to go ahead and combine them because they're the same sign. We keep the sign, and then we have our positive, 55. Whatever we get down here, we're going to find the difference between our big negative and our positive over here. Remember, same sign add, different sign, we're going to subtract, and we're going to keep the sign of the bigger number. Last one here. Shauna bought a hamburger for $4.25, 2 hot dogs for $2.50 each, a large order of fries for $2.95, and 1 medium soda for $2.15. If Shauna paid with a $20 bill, how much change will she receive? So we're going to underline our question. How much change did she receive? We have our numbers. 425, 295, 250, 215, and 20. She bought a hamburger, so we're only going to have that once. She got 2 hot dogs for $2.50, so we have $2.50 and $2.50. A large order of fries, so 1 order. And 1 medium soda for $2.15. If it's asking for the change, we first need to find out how much she spent. So whenever we go ahead and solve with our APE, we already did A. We're analyzing, we have our numbers, we have our keywords, and we know what the question's asking. Now for planning, we first need to add to find the total, then subtract to find the change. So we're going to add to see how much she needs to pay. And we know that she's going to pay with a $20 bill. So whatever we get here, we need to take away from the 20. Whatever we have left should be our change.